Welcome to Business Legal Lifecycle TV, the live TV show all about the legal aspects of your business to help educate you on complex legal terms in an easy to understand manner, to help understand why you need to do certain things in your business from a legal point of view, and to help you develop a plan for the future. Our mission at Business Legal Lifecycle is to help empower all small to medium-sized businesses around the world to get access to legal advice so that they can help build their communities and make the world a better place.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Business Legal Lifecycle TV. I am Craig Mason, and I have with me Jeremy. So hello to everyone, please, Jeremy.
Hi everyone, hope you're having an awesome day.
Indeed we are. All right, today's show is about trust. So you probably would have heard about trust, discretionary family trust, unit trust throughout your time either working or in your business. And we just want to talk about today 5 benefits of a trust. So a lot of accountants out there would be saying to get trust, but obviously there's got to be some benefits behind it. So we've come up with 5 of them that we wanted to touch on in today's show. Obviously, if you've got any questions or anything you want to check on after you listen to the podcast or the video today, please get in touch with us through the various channels. Today's show is number 209, and we will have the show notes up on the website, so check those out as well. All right, Jeremy, what is the first benefit of a trust?
Thanks, Craig. And before I get started, I'll just say that a lot of these benefits do vary by country. So I know we've got listeners and viewers in other countries, so make sure that you get advice from in your particular circumstances. But we're going to be talking about the Australian context because that's where we're based. So the first one is the separation from the people behind them. So a trust is a separate legal entity. It's separate from the people who are the other parties, the trustee, the beneficiary, which we'll talk about in a minute, but it's a separate legal entity. So that means that so long as the trust deed is drafted right, if the trust incurs a debt, the people behind it can't get sued for that debt. So the separation is very important from a legal point of view because it just separates out that liability and protects the people involved in the trust. So that's number 1. Craig, number 2, and that's about beneficiaries.
Yeah, so the beneficiaries are, as the term describes, the beneficiaries under the trust. So a trust beneficiary can be a person or a company, and a trustee may also be a beneficiary, but normally not the sole beneficiary. There's more than one trustee. So you want to think about who the beneficiaries are. When it's a discretionary trust, it's normally going to be particular classes of family members. So you want to think about who the beneficiaries are going to be, get the advice, and as I said, it can be a company or the trustee of another trust. So you want to make sure that if you're going to set it up that way, that you have those included as the beneficiaries under the trust. Third one, Jeremy, is about the appointment and the appointor.
Yeah, so one of the great benefits of a trust is the power of appointment. So someone in the trust will have the power to appoint and remove the next person that you're going to talk about, the trustee. And that gives the person who's the appointor a lot of power under the trust. It allows them to basically control the trust and who's actually going to make the appointment. So that's a really important power. It should never be someone that you don't have implicit trust with. And in most cases, it should be the main person behind the trust so that they've got that power of appointment because it really is the controlling entity under that. So make sure that when you're setting up a trust that you think about the appointment power. And the benefit of that is that if you do want to protect yourself from the other roles, then you do have the power of appointment that does give you the ability to change things when you need to. So that's number 3 as a benefit. Craig, number 4.
Absolutely. So number 4 is about the trustee. So that's the person that's appointed to basically take care of the trust, manage the tax affairs, do distributions, those sorts of things. So important role, and there can be more than one. In most instances, when you're talking about businesses, the trustee will probably be a company, so that's not as a corporate trustee, so you've got some flexibility there. You can have an individual, or you could have a company as the corporate trustee, depending on how your business is structured and what you're doing. A lot of times it's advisable to have a corporate trustee for further protection because the trustee is liable for debts of the trust that they administer. So you've got to make sure that if it's a corporate trustee, obviously you've got that level of further protection there rather than having individual trustees. So Certain things to think about in terms of the benefits from a trustee. Obviously, there's some flexibility there about how you can manipulate that and change it from different parties or having more than one trustee, etc. But important role, I guess the appointer is probably the most important, and then the trustee comes after that, who are basically managing the trust. So you want to make sure whoever it is, might be you, might be a spouse or someone like that, to make sure you've got the right person in there, and definitely consider whether or not it should be a corporate trustee. Talk to your advisors about that. So that is the fourth one. Then we've got the fifth one, Jeremy.
Yeah, just on that trustee point too, I'll just make the point that we've made before on the show is that if you're trading any sort of business with the trust, it should be a corporate trustee. So just to be clear. But the fifth one is the tax benefits of a trust. So this is where it really does vary from country to country. In Australia, there are great tax benefits to having a trust. You can distribute income, you can move things around, and really get the best tax position for you and your family. So, as far as the benefits of the trust go, that's probably the main one in Australia, besides the separation. And but in other countries, that has been watered down. So just check with your local advisors to make sure that you are setting up the right entity for you that gets you the right benefits. So, Craig, that's our 5 benefits of a trust.
Absolutely. All right. As I said at the beginning, that's for show 209. So if you're interested in the show notes, jump on the website, and they will be available for you to peruse at your leisure. Obviously, trusts are pretty popular when it comes to businesses, and you need to make sure you're getting the right advice about having it structured the best possible way. Things like this do change along the way as well. There might be changes in law, or a case might. A judge might determine something that's a little bit different to what has happened in the past. So it's important to continue to seek advice and speak to your consultants along the way in business to make sure you're up to date when it comes to how your trust is set up and who the beneficiaries are, etc. And particularly if you're going to change something, again, seek the advice at that stage. So I think that's it for us, Jeremy.
It is, indeed.
All right, excellent. So that was 5 benefits of trust. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.